Average motherfucking blows.
Average blows. Competitive spirits. Yeah, 30.
Bro, it took me all week to listen to that episode because I was like, yo, I don't want to listen to it and then hear anything that's not the truth. And unfortunately, that's what happened. So we got to address it. Big time. Well, not big time, but we got to address it respectfully.
Come on, man. I'm working it. I didn't want to hear that either. Zoinks! But time for some addressing.
We had two people come in here that are big fans of Whoreible Decisions, and they have a lot of energy. I did think it might have been an issue, but I was like, fuck it, they're fun, and they love Whoreible, so when people love Whoreible, it's generally a good episode. They had so much energy. I guess when they came in, they made jokes about Ed and posting this late, and studio, and Mandy's studio, and who's better, and XYZ, and it made the energy so intense that Alex was literally like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And texted me, which she never does, and it became so ridiculous that two people can come in your house. And by the way, yes, it's my studio, but Mandy and I pay for the time here. It's her podcast too. Like, this is her house in this moment. And I don't feel like it makes sense for anyone to come on your podcast with smoke. Am I fucking fresh and fit, bro? So, nah. And granted, you know, me crying in the beginning was more so just because, like, oh my God, I just felt like what could happen when we both are doing shit. Because instead of people saying like, wow, there's two women that are Black running podcast studios in New York, it's just like the opposite. And so.
Oh, man, bro. Something happened that I was hoping that didn't happen. Listen, although our names wasn't mentioned, which I appreciate that. Right, but at the same time, man, I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, whoa, what the? I was taken aback when I heard these things because, like, just everything that we've been through to get to that moment, and like what we did during that moment, right. I was just like, wow. So I think it's only right that we run it back from the tippy. Do you want me to play the video, or you saying that that's just gonna happen in the thing? Yeah. I also just want to say though. All right, I'll just run it back from the tip. What you gonna say? Nah, get that thought off. Get that thought off. In terms of like we did everything in the moment, it'll come out. Okay, it'll come out. So if there's been some people asking us like whatever happened to like the Whoreible Decisions thing. Yeah. Like and we're gonna let you know. However, I want to start from the very tippy, from the start. So Kay and I. Oh, sorry. Run it back from the tippy. All right, my bad. So we started this podcast 3.5 months ago. Yep. Right. I've been listening to podcasts for a minute now. You have too, right? Right. And Whoreible Decisions, they've been going for about 6 years. I've been listening for about 5 years. Right. Right. So Kay and I, when coming up with this podcast, we was like, yo, what don't we want to talk about? Right? We don't want to talk about sex. Nope. We don't want to talk about current events. Nope. And we don't want to talk about music. Well, hold on. It's not that we don't want to talk about those things. We want to base our podcast around those things. There you go. Right. So in that, if you watch the show, you listen, first off, we appreciate you guys. But you see that we do deep dives on specific things, specific topics, right? That being said, when Kay and I was like, yo, we're going to talk about sex at some point, but since that's not necessarily what we specialize on this podcast, it only makes sense to do it on a podcast that specializes in that, right? Right. And then I said, Kay, yo, I listen to Whoreible Decisions. It makes sense. Plus, the women that's on there, I fox with them, bro. And he said fox. I fox with them. Hard body. I was everything but a Patreon subscriber. But anyhow, I was like, yo, okay, it makes sense, bro. So when we first started the podcast, I said, okay, we're gonna when we have our sex episode, it's going to be on that podcast, right? Talk about manifestation, right? So we start our podcast, and it's just Kay and I. It's just us two. Right. And then we start incorporating guests. Anyhow, so an opportunity came. They opened up the studio. Well, they've been opening the studio. So I was like, yo, Kay. You're saying they, so Wheezy, right? Wheezy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm saying they, referring to the owners of that studio, Al and Wheezy. However. Who's Al? Alex Media. All right. So Wheezy, she has a studio. So I'm like, yo, Kay, this will get us closer to, like, being on that show, in my opinion. So we went to the studio. We wanted to record there, right? So we went and we recorded there. Right? After we recorded there, now, I'm not trying to bash anybody or anything like that. I'm just telling the truth. And I'm going to include all these things on the screen, right? So we had an experience there, and it was quite the experience, but I won't speak too much on that experience by itself unless you want to say something about it?
No, I don't.
Okay, so after it, the main takeaway was we paid for something and we didn't get it when they said they was gonna give it to us. That's the main takeaway. However, I still left a 5-star review because the studio itself, it looked great. How you feel about the studio?
It was good.
Right, it looked good. I think it was good vibes. There's iconic podcasts that record there, so I'm like, I'm not gonna not give it a 5-star rating. So I did that, right? And we were the only review that they commented on. So I think that means something, right? So then, furthermore, since we recorded there, we got invited to the 1-year celebration of the WTF Media Studios, which is, once again, Wheezy's and Alex Media Studio. We showed up, but we don't just show up like everybody else.
No, sir.
How we show up, Kay?
We showed up, or how we generally show up, we bring value.
Right.
Everywhere we go, we bring value.
And what that value looked like in that moment,
specific time.
Right. So we not only did we bring our great spirits and our great energy.
Yeah, thank you.
We also brought Jenga. A big
Jenga.
A big Jenga. Because we knew that could be a wonderful icebreaker. Now they did have alcohol, however, outside of alcohol, they didn't have no actual icebreakers.
How you feel about his move right now?
Yeah, he does. He does.
You were okay. I said for water, goddamn.
Scary.
What's good, my brother?
What's up?
Looking good? Yeah, yes it is. Yes it is.
What they asked for, bro?
Look. You came here, took a shot, and then said some bullshit.
So we set up our Jenga and we got it popping.
Straight like that.
And in there, and I kind of skipped. I'm not sure if I skipped a step, but when we recorded at WTF Media Studios, Kay and I talking about manifestation, we proclaimed there. He's like, "Yo, Wheezy Mandy, holla at us."
What up?
Right? You see what we sporting, right? If you can't see that, it is average blows, competitive spirits plus horrible decisions. You know what you get?
What'd you get?
You get average whores, competitive decisions.
Hey, yo.
So I want this also to serve. You cue me up for that. I want this also to serve as not necessarily a casting call, but look, Wheezy and Mandy, I've watched y'all show. I've never seen identical twins on your show, unless my pockets don't allow me to be Patreon supporters right now. You know what I'm saying? So if you had that on a Patreon, I'm sorry, and I'll watch my mouth. But holla at us, you heard?
Yeah, it's about.
So from there, and once again, I'm including all this. You'll see it on the screen. From there, we posted it on Instagram. Wheezy, she commented on it. And she posted it, but she commented on it, and her comments exactly. I got it. Hold on.
So he got it. Check the receipts. I'm pronouncing it with a P.
So her comment: as long as y'all have interesting enough sex stories, we have some dates in June.
Oh, y'all can't see it.
This was April 28th to be exact. So Kay and I were like, say less. We hopping on any opportunity. You heard?
Great like that.
And once again, that was Wheezy. Wheezy said that directly, right? So then we get invited to this event, WTF Media 1 year celebration, right? So we go there, and it was great because we actually had an opportunity to meet Wheezy that night. And I would include a video, right? And in that, Wheezy, she asked me directly, like, why should y'all be on Whoreible Decisions? And here's the video.
So you paid $20 for the shirt. Tell everybody why you got to be on the show.
That's Mandy? Because people want to know what the fuck Identical Twins doing. Whether it's freaky or not, you want to tune in and see if we doing some shit.
But are y'all fucking hoes together?
Are we fucking hoes together? Tune in. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you now.
Okay, so I said why we should be on that goddamn thing, and I just think it's going to be interesting. And once again, like Kay and I was saying in the first place, our podcast is not about sex, but we're going to give y'all our sex experience, bruh.
Straight like that.
Right. So then we don't talk for a while, and that's fine, right? That's the nature of the business, and we don't know them, they don't know us, right? And then Roots Picnic, right? I'm like, okay. Oh, sorry.
So a little bit before that, I just want to give a special shout out and thanks to everyone who commented and added them on a post that we posted. That means a lot to us. You guys help. I want to say that you guys helped us in that process. Whether they didn't comment or anything on it, but it meant a lot to us.
Yes, sir.
All 60 of y'all or 70 of y'all. I'm going to say 1,000 of y'all. I don't know.
And I do want to say we are in Connecticut, and I'm not trying to, there's no obstacles that Kay and I are not willing to, go over, jump over, go under. We go through any obstacles. However, we are coming from Connecticut, going in Manhattan, the distance, tolls, paying for park, crazy amount. I don't know how y'all deal with that parking. That shit crazy, bro.
Hey, shout out to y'all.
But the parking and everything. So every time we went, we had to deal with these things. But it's not like, I'm not saying it's such a hard option. Nah, if you want something, you're going to go do it regardless. Straight up. We make it happen. We saw that they was performing
the Roots Picnic.
The Roots Picnic, not performing. They was about to have a hell of a show.
Right.
And we said, you know what? We pulling up. Because we want to make this happen. And plus, we support y'all in that way. Now, Kay, he was not he doesn't listen to Whoreible Decisions.
Yeah, right. I did, but yeah, not as much as Kai. I listened to a couple episodes. I had it on speaker at the workplace one time. Somebody said a dick, and I was like, you know what? I can't listen.
So I just say that to say, like, I appreciate you, bro, because he just took like my word for it and is like, yeah, Kai want this, he believes in this, so I'm going hard in it.
So I want it too.
And what else can you ask for, not only in a brother, but in a business partner, right? So we said, yo, K, they're going to be at Roots Picnic. We pulling up. I don't care how much them tickets cost. I don't care how far it is. We're going, right?
I must add, and it was a 2-day thing, and we was like, you know what? We're just going to be there for 1 day.
Because they only performing for 1 day.
Right. We spent the money on 2 days, but yeah, nah.
So in that, right, we said, okay, we're not just going to show up just like everybody else, right? Look, I want to buy merch from them, like from their website. So we bought these cups, right? And Roots Picnic, they threw out our cups, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck
we were looking for them joints.
But and then we said, and we want to bring custom merch. Now I'm gonna insert these pictures right here, right? This is exactly the front of K's and the back of K's, the front of mine and the back of mine. And I know y'all see that sign that's in the back of me right now. Right. We said we're gonna make a goddamn sign.
And also, I mean, we can go to the moment where I got my shirt signed from said Weezy. Right? Yeah. And here's the video.
Don't be regular. Look, he always on like the town hall.
All right, and then also in the back, I framed that not so much because of the signature, but just what that event meant for us. I want to say,
right, and that's pretty much what I was gonna go with it, like that when they perform, and I'm not perform when they had their live show,
when they shut it down,
they shut it down. I'm not even gonna lie, to be honest, we was there from the start. We're not gonna say nothing about the start, people. Yeah. But they was
y'all
the
shut
best.
it down.
Right.
Y'all shut it down.
And I won't take that from y'all, right? Y'all shut it down. Weezy, you came out and you said the first thing that you said was, "Dang, y'all really making us feel famous. Nobody ever made a sign for us before."
Cut the music. Do you know how famous we feel that you got that motherfucking sign?
Yeah.
This time I sent my girl the wrong home mail. What a horrible decision. I know that.
Y'all made me make the goddamn sign. I like y'all so that much. I said I'm pulling up. I'm gonna be the ultimate fan because I am the ultimate fan.
Hey, listen, who the reason why you was licking those boots? That's the lick them boots, Mr. Smack them yams.
Yeah.
Come on
now. So we added value in that way, and then like Kay said, he had that. I'm gonna replay that video right here, right?
Don't be regular. Look, he always on like the town hall.
And that's after the show, and you see like she reading the shirts and you see them personalized. Boom. And you see these moments right here when I threw my shirt on stage because they wanted to see what my shirt said. I threw it on stage, and that's how you was able to capture these moments right here. And I do want to say, like, I don't want to say that Kay and I, we are better than anybody. We are not. But when we go hard, we go hard.
Come on.
There was no one else there that was wearing what we was wearing, that was wearing anything close. Some people had Whoreible Decisions crop tops. Respect to y'all, because y'all Patreons, and I fuck with y'all. But I was not about to show up in a crop top. No, sir.
So why not, sir? You never mind.
So then after that, right? After that, Weezy hit us directly after that. Like she said, yo, we got some dates. Cool. Hit us directly. She said, yo, most likely tomorrow. And I'm going to include the DMs right here. She said tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and go as far as read them things if you don't mind. Okay?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got to read them, bro. All right. So she said, hey, this is June 6th. Hey, we may have time for y'all at 2 p.m. tomorrow in studio. We'll confirm by tonight or 9 a.m. tomorrow latest. And then me and Kay said we around. We don't play that. As I like to say to Kay all the time, we stay ready, so we don't gotta get ready. So
I just get ready. It don't matter. Just get ready.
Right. And then as you can see on the other DM, she said 90% sure we're good to go. What topics would you want to cover? And I can put that in the outline. I couldn't say a lot about that, but I'm not even going to say anything about that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we ready. So don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
And that's not, I mean, yeah, Kai, you kind of hit on it. So me saying this is kind of pointless in a sense, but like, anything that we had planned for that day, we just threw it out because we was like, you know what, we doing this.
Yes, sir.
We're doing this.
Yes, sir. It meant that much to me, and Kay, he realized that, and he's like, yo, this means a lot to us now. God damn it.
Let's get it.
So, okay, now, we said, Kay, we're about to be on My Idol's podcast.
Right.
There is no way I'm showing up
Plain Jane.
There is no way. I said, Kay, and before that, right? We sent the email letting them know what we would bring to the show. So many times I've seen on their show people not, in my opinion, respecting their show. What does that mean? They're just showing up in their plain Jane clothes. This is a sex podcast. They ask them certain questions and they're not even answering the sex questions. I'm just like, bro, what y'all doing? Yeah. How y'all allowing them to? Y'all won't even get in the game on our podcast. Y'all gonna be on a bench. Y'all won't even be on our bench. Come on, man. Anyhow,
no.
So we I said, okay, yo, we can't just show up plain Jane, bro. So we wanted to. They just killed it at Roots Picnic. Said, okay, we want to celebrate these women.
Right.
We got to celebrate them the right way.
Right.
Which is kind of ironic and like Kay alluded to earlier, it is hurtful in there. Say, well, we can't. Why can't we just be celebrated? We was there to celebrate y'all.
And that was just like a lot for me. Like, I don't want to not celebrate good moments. And I just had so much fun with you at the Roots, and it just felt like such a good thing. And like, wow.
Sky, how was we gonna celebrate them?
Okay, not only did we get gifts for them individually. Okay,
You got it.
I ain't want to explain the gifts, but I'm going to the gifts last.
Yeah.
Right. So we brought champagne. We wanted to pop a couple bottles.
Campaign.
Right. And the orange juice, because just in case y'all want to throw some sweetness in there.
Mimosa, goddamn it.
We'll get it popping. Furthermore, I am in tune. I'm in touch with these girls, right? These women, right? So also brought the Who's Wax edibles.
Come on
yes.
now.
And I know that Mandy is really cool with Carla, so I was like, yo, that would be dope, right? Look at that type of cross promotion. For Carla, that's your girl, Mandy. Let's get it. Brought the edible arrange or the edibles.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait, no. I mean,
edible arrangements, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now go to the gifts, right? For the gifts, we had like I said, I am a fan of these women, like a big fan. So I follow their personal pages and I follow their other podcasts. If you follow Weezy, you know that she loves her dog Nina. I know the dog name. Her dog is Nina.
I didn't even know that.
So I said,
ride around with that Nina.
Hey, and I'll include the picture of what we got it right here. So we got her a shirt, her dog a shirt, Nina a shirt that with the Whoreible Decisions logo on it, and it also said, "I'm that bitch because my mom is that whore." Obviously, that's a play on words, right? Because a female dog is a bitch, and then Whoreible Decisions, the mom is a whore.
Right.
Now, respectfully.
Right.
All right. And then for Mandy, and here's where it got dicey. We didn't even know it was supposed to get dicey like this. So if you guys listen to Whoreible Decisions, you know that Mandy had a kind of a bad experience with flowers, right? And then on her other podcast, see, the thing is, she also talked about flowers again, right? So I'm like, okay, we gonna get her flowers, bro, but it's not gonna be no whack ass flowers like that guy got her.
No sir.
We're gonna give her some popping ass flowers, bro. So we got some personal customized flowers to match the colors of her other podcast. See, the thing is, now I am mentioning her other podcast because if you follow Mandy, what does she post a lot on her Instagram?
See, the thing is,
come on, bruh. So it's like, yo, it only makes sense. So to even go further than just the colors, I said, yo, I want to include this picture of her and Bridget Kelly because she posts Bridget Kelly a lot. So that leads me to believe they have a relationship like that, right? Now, so the flowers there was personalized, and we had to be there at 2 p.m., right? So we couldn't get the flowers ordered to Connecticut without being potentially late. Not trying to make that risk.
Right.
So we said, yo, we're gonna get the flowers delivered to the studio. Now, I'm not going to include this person's name because I don't want to do that. However, there was somebody at the studio that we got in contact with and asked them if they were going to be there when we was recording. I will include the pictures right here of the DMs, but I will cross out that person's name because it's not about that. Right? So, but they said they wasn't going to be there, so it's like, all right, cool, right? The plan was, and I messed up on this. I'll take full accountability for it. The plan was to get there before the flowers got delivered at 12 so we could intercept it and we could just present it live.
Right.
And my timing was a
it
little
didn't
messed
happen.
up.
It didn't happen.
Right. It
didn't go as planned, but that's life, right? Things don't go as planned. However, we always make the best of what happens.
Right.
So screw it. It got there. Well, we was there early anyway.
Right. It got there. It was there early. Now, the delivery, it was in my name, Jakai Wilson. Yes, it got delivered to the studio, but it was in my name, Jakai Wilson. And that is an important part of it, right?
And who was it from? I know it was in your name, but
Average Blows.
Average
It was
Blows.
from Average Blows. And it also included a personal letter to tell what Mandy means to the both of us, me, and for the both of us, right? So we get there, and we're looking. But anyway, so some people was recording, so we had to wait to go in the studio anyways. Mandy comes with Eden, and they go into the studio, and then we're just waiting in the hallway because we trying to finish our prep anyway, right? But they invite us in the studio. So he's like, oh, we can come in the studio right now? They said, yeah. So we come in the studio, right? And this is the part where Weezy said that we was making jokes, we was clowning on editing and stuff. Right. Listen, I told y'all that I am a fan, right? I'm such a fan that I look forward to watching the videos, right? Their last video up until that point, it was late. And I just asked who was responsible for it being late. Just having the conversation.
Right.
Right.
So and also there was stated that there was jokes being made. Now I am not gonna lie, I am a jokester. I do joke a lot. So what we did not mention was at the Roots picnic when we seen Weezy, we did see Mandy, and we was like Mandy,
Yeah.
like after the show. After they killed that performance, or that they killed that show, after they just crushed the stage, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
Mandy seen us, she gave us a look, and then she kind of fell back. I didn't know what happened. I was like, oh, maybe she had a bit bad experience with twins before. You know what I'm saying? So I took it for that. So when we were at the studio, when we got invited inside the studio, and Mandy was there, I asked, and I mean, I know people go through shit, right? So I asked, how was your day? Word to anything, bro. She did not. She didn't say anything at all. So I was like, damn. Like,
now I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I noticed that she looked a bit uncomfortable,
Right.
not because of us in that studio. Now I ain't gonna go into that because that's y'all can talk about that, right?
It's not
Y'all
our-
can talk about that. However, so then as like Eden's telling us to sit down so he can get the camera ready and all that, I'm like making sure we look all pretty and nice on the cameras. Cool, we appreciate that, Eden, right? So in that, I'm like, all right, yo, we have Weezy's gift right here in our bag. We brought a duffel bag. We brought mad book bag. We came ready, bro. We have Weezy's gift. Now, I know our gift, our flowers for Mandy got delivered here. Where are they? So I go in the next room and I talk to Al. He's the studio owner, right? Alex Media. And I say, yo, Al, did any flowers get ordered here? And Al goes, yeah, flowers got ordered here. Did you talk to the studio manager? I'm not giving no names. Did you talk to the studio manager? I'm like, nah. And then he says, yeah, we didn't like that. Like what? And then he said, and how much? Here's the picture of the flowers that we got, so you can see what it is, right? And he said, we didn't like that. I said, like what? He was like, that podcast, they don't record here. The podcast that he's talking about is See the Thing Is, because the flowers were personalized with See the Thing Is on it. I'm like, wait, I know that they don't record here, but that's a gift for Mandy. He go, and then he said that they opened the package that was not in their name. They opened the package and they dismantled the personalization of the gift, like the photo. They took that out and then they broke the vase, right? So I'm kind of already like
hurt a little bit, right?
yeah, like wait, how y'all break my shit? How y'all break a gift that wasn't for y'all? I don't understand that. How y'all break that? And then he goes like, yeah, Weezy didn't appreciate that. Now it's ironic that Weezy just said in the video, I run it back.
And by the way, yes, it's my studio, but Mandy and I pay for the time here. It's her podcast too. Like, this is her house in this moment.
Weezy said that this is also Mandy's studio too, right? Because y'all buy the time there. So why can't I get a gift delivered for Mandy there without it being broken by you guys?
Right. And I just want to speak on the jokes, man. So, all right, cool. That happens, right? We know that these flowers have been broken. We're feeling some type of way about it, but we are professionals.
Yep.
We don't give a damn. The show must go on, right?
Right.
So anyway, at that point, again, Mandy she seemed like she's on edge a bit, which rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I guess I can understand something's going on, right? But I don't want to dig into that at all. So she didn't respond to me saying, how was your day? She was talking to her audio person, I believe. Name is Dwayne. I believe his name was Dwayne.
Yeah, I think so.
And she had mentioned that she's opened up a studio. I'm like, oh, that's dope. So then I inquire about that studio. I make a little joke and I say, oh, have you been taking notes on this studio? And she says, yeah. I was like, oh, you gonna make it better than this shit? Now, when I say shit, I wasn't saying like this is a piece of shit. You know,
Once
when
again,
people,
we gave you the 5-star rating already.
Right. I'm just, so you know, when if you're playing basketball, you're playing a sport, you're like, this is my shit, right? I meant shit in that sense. So I say that. I do see a couple faces get sour when I make that comment. I don't know what's going on, but I do know Mandy starts talking about that studio, so I feel good. I got her talking good, right?
So then when that happened, because I just talked to Al and he said like how Weezy didn't appreciate the flowers I got sent here and they broke it and all that shit, right? That wasn't his exact language, but he did tell me that they broke the vase and they dismantled the personalization of that gift. So when Kay made that comment, that joke, and it was just a funny joke. Kay don't watch the show. He don't know what's going on with y'all. Why would we anyways, right? So I take Kay in the room like, yo, Kay, this is a situation. And Kay like, oh shit, I didn't know. So what Kay do? He goes and apologizes to the man.
Right. I follow him into the other studio. I'm like, yo, I didn't mean it like that. I was just trying to get her to talk, and then he's telling me how I don't know, he's repeating something about the studio, someone trying to copy me with the studio, and I'm just like, bro, that's a good, anytime you have a great idea, if it's really great, what's gonna happen? People are going to try to do the same thing.
Right.
And we're full of great ideas. I don't give a damn if anybody does what we do. Because, I mean, I like to believe you're not going to do it as good as us, but if you do, kudos to you. You're doing what works. It's called the skyscraper method anyway.
And like we say, we are competitive. So if you want, you're not challenging us, but if you want to do something that you believe is better than us, guess what? You are motivating us to be even better.
Right.
Point blank, period. That being said, so then now Kay's aware of the situation. Cool, right?
And what is the situation? Like, what do you think the situation is? Because obviously, we still don't necessarily know.
So they broke. I'm just plain Jane, right?
Yeah.
They broke a gift that we had delivered there for Mandy. So now what I'm thinking is, damn, they don't fuck with each other.
Got you. All right.
That's what I'm thinking the situation is.
And I don't want to believe that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to either, but I didn't think that they would break something that was there for Mandy because, as Weezy just stated,
This is her house in this moment.
this is Mandy's studio too.
Copy.
Right? That being said, so now Weezy comes in. Weezy comes in hot. Do you remember how she came in, bro?
Yeah, the first thing she said is like I think to Mandy, like, we need to talk. And I was gonna throw a joke in there too, but I read the room a little bit and I was like, all right, let me not throw in a joke. But I'm ecstatic still, right? I'm like, yo, we about to kill this spot because we got these costumes that they don't even know we got.
We came with the outfits and like that's me and Kay when they went in the other room and like she was like heated, whatever. When we heard them, we're not gonna say what they were saying or whatever, but we heard them getting a little heated, passionate, right?
Right.
Kay and I was like, yo, this is much needed because we got these outfits, like we about to kill this show.
We thought we was gonna relieve the steam for sure, because everybody has those hard conversations, and that's all it was. They was having a hard conversation, so we was like, great, good thing they got us here,
right?
Because they gonna love this,
and we truly believe that if we would have had that show, come on, that would have been the best show to date,
straight like that.
And then Frenchie's would have been second. I fuck with you, Frenchie. Let's get it. Anyhow,
Hot Wheels.
So then after Eden, I'm not sure what communications he had, but Weezy came back in and said, "Can y'all go downstairs?"
Yeah, can y'all wait downstairs?
So we were like, all right, respectfully,
No
we
problem.
No problem.
Went downstairs.
Went downstairs, and then out of nowhere, we get a text via Instagram from Weezy. I'm gonna show it right here. It says EP canceled, meaning episode canceled. Yeah, right. And then Eden comes down and he lets us know it's canceled, whatever. So then our stuff is still upstairs. So we're like, all right, we gotta go get our stuff. But in my mind, I'm not just like, yeah, it's an episode canceled, but I can't just go out like that. Right. We came from Connecticut, bruh. We're not just going out like that.
Right. And to speak on that too, I mean, y'all New Yorkers, y'all know about this. Well, maybe if y'all don't drive, y'all walking. But like, so when we finally found parking, it was about a mile away from the studio. So everything that we had to carry. But again, we don't care. Right. No problem. No problem. We'll do that. We'll do that.
$85 parking. What kind of shit is that, bro?
Worse.
Anyway, so then we go back upstairs and they saying like, get your stuff. But Kay and I were like, all right, hold on. We trying to ask all the necessary questions, trying to take all the proper precautions or take all the steps. So when we leave, we know we gave it all effort.
Don't leave any stone unturned.
Right. So like they telling us no. Like look, Eden, man, look, you don't know in 20 minutes. I know that they're heated right now, but in 20 minutes, Kay and I, we do this all the time. Right. They might feel better in 20 minutes. We'll be downstairs. We'll be at Walmart. I mean, not Walmart. McDonald's, get something to eat. Right. Like we're not just gonna leave. And plus, we're not just gonna leave like that. He said, "All right, cool. You right." So then we leave to get something to eat, and then he texts us and say, "Yeah, it's not happening. We're gonna reschedule." That's his words. Or I'll include it right here. Maybe he didn't say it exactly like that, but he said something about rescheduling. All right, cool. Right? Well, not cool, but like, all right, that's what we gotta deal with. We gotta deal with that. So then they put, so we go back up to get our stuff, and they have our stuff in the hallway. So we couldn't even get all of our stuff.
Right. Well, we couldn't get our stuff at all.
Well,
they got our stuff for us.
And so there was some stuff that was left in the room. However, at that moment, we was just like, yo, like, we came here for a reason. We have these gifts, and I know y'all already broke one of our goddamn gifts. Was like, yo, we're here to celebrate them. Here, we still want to try that. We still want to get their autographs and shit like that. Like, come on, bro. And some people, I'm not gonna say no names. We'll talk about that later, man.
We was unable to get them to sign, but like that was the part for me too. Like it was hard, kind of, because to hear the to hear from this video that Kai played, and y'all can replay it, to say that people don't appreciate, respect, and that's all we was trying to do. We was trying to get a signature because we appreciate you guys. Right. You know, Weezy signed the shirt that I have, and I was trying to get Mandy to sign that, and so that was tough. That was rough.
And so, all right, cool. So then we do leave. We make the best of the situation. You feel me? Shout out to Richard Rodriguez, goddamn it. So then we go eat and whatever. And then so we did leave. Some stuff got left there because once again we wasn't allowed to grab our stuff. Right. So then send them an email, and I'm just gonna include all the emails right here. Now even in the emails, bro, in the email responses, like you talking about whoever was doing the responses talking about, yo, the girls are not going to refund y'all for X, Y, and Z. It's like, hold on, what you mean the girls? This is not about the girls. This is about the studio who broke the said gift, right? So just talking about, like, somebody's not on the same page here, bruh.
Right.
And then going back to the Roots picnic, when they came out, whoever was announcing them, I think it was one of their people. I don't know, but saying Team Weezy, Team Mandy. I didn't even like that because I'm like, yo, why y'all...
There's that separation,
right? But like, come on, So anyhow, man, here's the emails. We ain't come on here to bash anybody, but we did not like how they were trying to.
They painted a picture that it
not
wasn't,
true.
Yeah, that wasn't. Come on. And when I say they, I do apologize because honestly, Mandy didn't say too much.
Right, she didn't.
Like, unfortunately, like Weezy, I don't know. Maybe you felt like you had to say what you had to say to make that show go on, and respect if that's what you did. You're trying to be a professional, but like, nah, man, like that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool to me.
We did not create no crazy environment.
We didn't disrespect anyone.
Hell no, we didn't do none of that. We was there just like every other encounter with you, Weezy. We was there showing nothing but love. Every encounter that we had with you, we was showing love. So like, how? Our track record don't show that we disrespect.
Disrespect nobody.
Talking about, are we fresh and fit? Why come people come with smoke with us? You kind of created some smoke.
Right.
But still, this is not even to, like, you know what I'm saying, to ignite the fire. Nah. But to set the record straight, I do appreciate that you didn't say her name. But at the same time, we know who you was talking about.
Yeah.
So we got to just set it straight. Now, once again, I am not going to stop being a fan of Whoreible Decisions. However, moving forward, I understand that quote now, or that saying. You want to say it?
No. What quote are you talking about, Kai?
About never meet your idols.
And why you think that is now?
Now, it's because when
you say that, because Kai had a shirt and he showed it, but Whoreible Decisions, Mandy,
Weezy, my podcast idols.
There you go.
Mandy still up there. I mean, but they still my idols. I'm not even gonna front. Still my podcast idols. Still my podcast idols. That being said, even though I tried my best not to have no expectations, bro, it's like especially from the history of our encounters that
leading up to that.
Yeah, it's like it's going to be great. And then for her to not even cancel with us in person,
that was
like,
rough.
come on, yo, we are worth an in-person cancellation. I know our value. You know our value. I know our value, bro.
Like that,
we are worth an in-person cancellation. So not even to cancel with us in person, bro. Like you mean nothing to me. Not even to respond to our DMs after that whole situation. K and I, we responded. Not even responded, but we hit him up like, yo, we apologize.
Right.
We are sorry for anything that we may have created when we didn't even know what the situation was.
Right? How could we? How could we when all we was trying to do was celebrate you guys? That's all we was trying to do.
So that being said, man, we wish y'all nothing but the best. At this point, I don't like being on the show. That's not something that like we already accomplished that. We was about to be on it, and to me, that's an accomplishment already.
Right.
So now we got other things to do. So I just we wanted to come here and set the record straight.
Yeah, clear the air. Because holding things in is never good for nobody.
Fact.
So yeah, when I heard that. And I seen that on the video. I was like, God, zoinks, man.
We let it go for a week. And be like, all right, nah, it's time. It's time.
I'm tired of hearing that shit. I'm tired of hearing that shit. So thanks for listening for this. You just heard us vent.
And as always.
As always, listen and always remember, being competitive is a positive attribute. Being average is a choice.
Average blows, competitive spirit.